Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again. Here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a video talking about The Walking Dead Season 4, making some predictions, doing some speculation. What exactly is the new threat? Okay, so this is one that we have heard from both Robert Kirkman and Gale and Hurd in interviews talking about The Walking Dead Season 4. And Robert Kirkman has basically said that this new threat that the group is going to be facing in Season 4 is even more deadly than the walkers or other survivors or anything of the sort that they've faced before. So I thought we could do a video talking about it, doing some speculation, giving my thoughts. I've kind of touched on this a little bit before in some of my other videos, but I thought it was a good enough topic to dedicate an entire video to and do some predictions on. So I've heard quite a few people give different thoughts on what they think exactly that could be. What could be more dangerous than the walkers and other survivors? Well, there's a few things in the trailer as well as the filming location that may give us some hints as to what exactly it may be. The first option, I think, or the first possibility, could be the power plant. If you guys remember, the filming location for the power plant, did a video talking about it a little while ago. You can go ahead and check that out if you want to hear more about the filming location and everything. We do know that they did in fact do some filming at a power plant. So is it possible that there is a power plant nearby? The Yates power plant could be nearby where they are. I'm not sure geographically where it's located. But is it possible that it could be facing a nuclear meltdown or something of the sort, and that could have been why they visited it? I mean, that would have been a pretty crazy threat, don't you think, if it was in danger of going into a meltdown. So that's one possibility right there, is that that's what it could be. The other main one that I've heard and that I've seen in the trailer was basically when Herschel mentions in the trailer that you risk your life if you take a drink of water. Well, he says the other way around. If you take a drink of water, you risk your life. Now, what does he mean by that? Well, he could have meant that when Carol ran outside the prison fences to take a drink of water from, what was it, the hose or the stream or whatever, that maybe you're risking your life because of having to go and get it and all of that. But I was thinking something more along the lines of maybe the water has become contaminated, and maybe if the characters are to drink it, they can become sick, ill, diseased, this kind of stuff. So maybe the new threat could be something more along the lines of a disease that's spreading, or just contamination of the water and not being able to actually get more, aside from maybe just using buckets or something when it rains to try to fill them up and then boil it and then drink it afterwards. So water contamination is another possibility for a new threat. In addition to that, maybe a traitor within the group could be a pretty big threat if they don't know who it is and they've questioned everybody and people are getting killed off, or someone is sabotaging the group by opening certain parts of the prison, the cell block to allow walkers in, things like that. That could be another possibility. It's kind of hard to say at this point which one is more likely, and obviously there are possible other scenarios for other threats that we could see. Another one could be just them flat out running out of food. I mean, we talked about the water problem possibly. Because Rick took on so many people into the group, you're going to have to feed those people. Now, Woodbury would have had a good amount of food that they probably would have taken, but there's been a time skip between where we saw them at the end of Season 3 and now. So there's a possibility that they could just be straight out running out of food and having trouble finding it. In terms of Herschel's farming, we've seen in some of the pictures and stuff that Herschel has set up a small little operation inside the prison fences to be able to grow food and these types of things to feed the people there. But Rick did take on a lot of new people when he combined with Woodbury, the remainder of Woodbury, and most of those people really were not able to defend themselves against walkers. So the group will have to protect them. And what function or what job are they going to be able to perform? I guess we're going to have to see where that goes. But you're definitely going to have to feed those people. So it could be a big problem for them to be able to find enough food, especially now that we're a couple years at least into a zombie apocalypse, food is going to become more rare, more scarce. Places will be more looted because groups will have been taking from them all this time. So food is going to become very difficult for them to find and for them to feed, especially if they have a large number of people that are not really able to go out and find their own food, to go out to fish or hunt or anything of the sort because of the walkers around. It could be too dangerous for them. So I think those are the main different possibilities of what this new threat is they're talking about. Thought I'd do a prediction on it, give some thoughts on it. Let me know what you guys think of what your thoughts are. Maybe there's something I'm not thinking of, something I'm missing. I was thinking maybe the hunters could be a big threat if they're involved, but or the governor, sabotaging the prison or doing things like that, hit and run tactics. But I mean, that wouldn't really be a bigger threat than what they faced before. It'd be basically the same. So it's got to be something different, like the meltdown, the water contamination, disease, or just flat out running out of supplies and food. Running out of water and food. So it could be either one. So that's pretty much all I got to say about this topic and my thoughts on it. Which one do I think it is? It's hard to say. We know they're going to the power plant, so that's a possibility. We know he talked about the water, another possibility. And we know that they're going to need a lot more food, another possibility. I'm not sure exactly which one it's going to be. Let me know what you guys think, which possibility you think it's going to be in Season 4 and what we're going to see. And please, if you have any other Walking Dead suggestions, please feel free to send them to me. I do want to continue to make videos on a daily basis, but as you guys have seen with the last week roughly, I've been reviewing other shows, Breaking Bad starting, things like that. The reason for that mostly is that I don't have that many topics to choose from. So the ones I have, like this one for example, I got to go with it because I don't have that many options to go through. So if you guys have any good ideas for video topics, please feel free to send them to me, and I will take them into consideration and do them if they make sense. Anyway, that's pretty much all I'm going to say about this new threat, speculation on it, do some predictions, talk about it. So yeah, I'll call it here. That's it for this video, guys. I'll see you for the next one. This is Trev, and I'm saying peace.